There we go. We're live. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to, well, let's just call it the West Road Gateway, but we all know where we are now.
It's the same setting.
It's the same. It is the same setting in the very, very, very broad sense. It's just a little different because, you know, you're not actually in Nelforge. You're up in Cephalville. More specifically, you're in a cave in Cephalville, actually called the Cave of the Rebellion or the Cave of Traitors, depending which side you're on. These days, you're all kind of on the same side because that rebellion was nearly 1,000 years ago. But this is a remarkably well-kept cave. Well, it's maybe less of a cave complex and more of a carved cave complex. These are finished walls, brick construction.
Right.
With the occasional textured hide door hiding in plain sight.
Right. Appropriately enough.
Let's see, and I believe you, the bunch of you, and Elspeth and Walter from the...
And Carol.
And Carol, yes. Can't forget him.
And
even though I do frequently.
Madame Calabre is showing us around.
Vanya Calabre.
And we still
noted horse pill around town. And matriarchal social climber, if you really want to be indelicate about it. Turns out to have come in. Noted a few of the hide doors had been dropped into place. And said, oh no, this won't do at all. No, there are traps and things around here. We need to navigate around those.
Ah, yes. Very good thinking. I'm continuing to flatter and compliment her at every turn, without being obvious about it. But you know, I'm just going into my best sycophantic act.
Right. Just toward humoring her, or are you trying to get anything special out of her?
Well, mainly just generally humoring for now.
Generally humoring for now. Okay.
I'm storing up. I'm storing up a stockpile of good opinion in case I need it later. Okay.
And okay, just to make this official, I am instituting the inspiration roll. If you play to your character, you will get you will charge your inspiration, and once it's charged, you can use it to get advantage on one roll.
Well, let me just quickly take a look at my traits.
That's already part of the game.
Yes, it is, but I hadn't been using it to this point, or it had been slipping my mind, and I just...
Well...
Because it had been slipping my mind. We are making it official now.
Players are encouraged to nominate one another for inspiration, by the way.
Okay.
Okay, yes. Well, I don't know how sucking up to Madame Calabre fits my personality traits, except possibly for always allow for possibilities.
Doesn't fit mine at all. So.
You know what, John?
Excuse me.
I'm going to have you make a deceive check for Thagak anyway.
Okay. Let's see. Deceive. Character sheet. Come on.
You're starting at +2.
Yes. Starting at +2. Deception. Okay. Well. Okay. That one's not. Okay.
You don't have it.
I don't have any
terrible
points
when I do this.
I don't have any points in it, but
you do have a little bit thanks to charisma.
Okay, that takes me to 13.
That takes you to 13. Okay, she's at least content with the act.
Yes. Well, I'm not going to push it. I'm just going to. You know.
Right. And well, if you'd like me to show you around, this would be an excellent time for me to do so. Oh, sorry. Well, if you'd like to walk around the facility as it is, I would be happy to show you around.
That would be...
I would... I would be honored. I'd consider it a personal favor, honestly. And I'm not bullshitting on that. I'm actually
because you also have seen that whoever put this place together didn't skimp on the trappiness.
yes, that's
Mhm.
true.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think oh man, I wish Jilly was here. Because my character thought as all Jilly would eat this shit up.
Well, this cave complex, it was a natural cave originally, but it was made more proper in the efforts to keep a small standing army. And in case there was any sort of incursion into these caves, they had to be made ready to fight off, waylay, or trap any intruders that came in.
Yeah, I see.
So come this way, and I'll show you.
Right? Zephyr, of course,
Mm-hmm.
the old soldier and battle master. Not in the, subclass sense, just in the job sense. Is, of course, taking note of this in, like, a military, like, could I come up personally defend this place?
It helps that the skills I have proficiency in are actually built around like eating this stuff up, whatever she's going to be telling us. Because I really am, in character, I really am genuinely interested.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone who wants to do so, I'll also let you make a history check at this point.
Well, I thought you'd never ask.
History check.
History check.
Okay. Wait a minute now. Ooh. Oh, yes, and half the level rounded down is what gets added to class skills. Okay, 16.
Mm-hmm. So, and he just drops out.
Whoops.
Okay, what do the rest of you get?
I came to 4.
Oh. Welcome back, John.
Yes, I got a little notice saying my browser had shut down.
Dope.
Was nice of it.
But I was able to get it back.
Okay, so Thagot got a 16. Argyle, well, his brain is a complete blank in this particular case. Anyone else taking this role or opportunity to?
History is my thing.
Right. Okay, Emmy, what she's telling you sounds right, and to Thagak, it is very definitely plausible given some of the old. Okay, Warren as well.
Wow.
Even being an outsider, he has probably heard a few stories about how the Order of the Upset had sequestered in a cave not far from the capital city at the time in order to marshal the forces to try to bring down the emperor at the time.
Okay, I'm going to be careful not to come off as knowing more about any of this than she does, just enough to ask cogent questions.
Well, the point is that she knows her stuff.
Oh yeah,
and you can verify this.
Yeah,
because you've heard the stories.
Oh,
and apparently so has Warren.
Just enough to know that she knows way more than I do.
Well, maybe not necessarily way more, but she has her onions lined up and numbered. Let's put it that way.
Right.
Maybe mixing metaphor, but you know what? Let's go with it.
Right.
And she leads you on, and she shows you where one hide door leads to a corridor where you can go to where the back of another hide door, so troops can be moved around within the. There are a few places like this where troops can be moved around within the complex by going in one secret door and coming out another.
I think having a guide would be useful.
Mm-hmm. And in fact, one of those, it's a rather short passage, but it goes from the end of one tunnel to basically the end of another. One was made to look like a dead end, and the other was just sort of stuck in the middle of the corridor. And between those, there is a little bit of a jinky hall, and then to one side, the room opens up. And there are old bed frames lined up fairly neatly in the space. This was a barracks.
Right.
And there is a barracks and chests and things you would expect to maintain a small standing army. Plus there are doorways on 2 walls. Actually 2 doors in each of the 2 walls, leading to what look like more of the same.
Right. Wow.
They maintained a small army here, and while they were ultimately defeated in these caves, the stories say they put up quite a fight.
I can imagine.
That's good. That's good. That means this place is pretty defensible.
Either that or they were really well trained or had a lot of determination. Probably a combination of all of those things.
And now I'll take a perception roll from everybody.
Perception roll from everybody.
Let's see.
Perceive things.
Perceive all the things.
Time
if
to
you know what's good for you.
Yay, I perceive.
Oh.
I perceive with 15.
Let's see, Argyle 15, Thagak 14, Test 16. Shu, your perception for
I'm sorry. I was totally zoning out.
I know that feeling.
I will get to you in 2 seconds.
Oh.
Sorry. As soon as I get in the game, people start dropping drama on my lap.
Oh, sorry.
17 plus.
17 plus stuff, basically.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so Saphir,
Yeah.
Tess, Warren, and Thagak. Wait a minute, and Argyle?
Argyle? Mm-hmm.
You had a 14, didn't you?
15.
15? Yeah, that was still enough. Yeah, so everybody but Sarya, Elspeth, and Vanya hear a clacking noise coming from one of those doorways off to your left.
I whip my head around and look.
More like a mechanical clacking noise or like a biological?
A momentary one, like something fell over, or is it like something happening ongoing?
It was just a momentary thing.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But there was a clacking. Those of you who heard something could hear a clacking, maybe a bit of a squidging.
I'm going to say it out loud and say, was there a clacking noise?
I heard something.
I didn't hear anything. Neither did I.
What direction?
Oh, if there are people in here without me getting all of the doors up, I may have to apologize. I do not want to.
I think
she walks intently over to the doorway.
Oh no! I'm gonna catch her and like.
Yes, I think we better check this out.
Stay put and go check the door myself.
Oh, that's kind of you. Thank you. But.
And then after she's like, "Oh, thank you," I give her this look like, But I will like first kind of put my ear to the door and then kind of like.
Well, it's just an open. It's just an open doorway.
What?
Mm-hmm.
It's just an open doorway.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'm just gonna, carefully go through.
And I think Warren will be with you because he said the dragon part of his brain wants to find out what that was.
Fair.
Investigation is
But
not
here's
usually what
the
the wizard core brain wants to do. Well, it's true. Yeah. So it sounds like Saphir and Warren have a head start on that doorway. Fagak, I think, was more holding back Ms. Calibre. Just to get a handle for where everybody is in the scene.
Yeah.
We are clustered. I'm clustered around
With
Miss
sort of
Ray and Saria and so on.
basically whatever direction anything approaches from, one of us should be between it and Ms. and Lady Calibre.
Wait, are we now deciding we want to save her life and not?
Oh yes,
Okay.
she's our guide here in the dungeon.
Right.
So we're going to save her life.
Yes.
Now that she's important to us. Yes.
So let's see. What do our muscles find?
What your muscles find? Well, let's get a handle on the marching order first. Saphir was the first over.
Yes.
Warren was, I believe, second. Argyle was, I think, bringing up third. I'm not sure where this puts Tess, Saria, or let's see. And I think Fagak is hanging back by Ms. Calibre.
I'm sorry, was it just the one door?
There are two doors set in this 30 by 60 room. In fact, let me go ahead, zoom way the hell in on this.
Way the
Maybe not so way the hell. Adjust the window, close that,
Okay. So
and
Saria,
we'll call that the space to play in, and I will share the screen. That being this. You've come in from the top, and like I said, there are two doorways. Okay, actually, two doorways out the left wall and one out the bottom. I stand corrected.
and we are coming in from.
You're coming in from the top.
And this first door on the.
That is just an opening into another very similar room.
This is where Saphir, Warren, and Saria are headed.
Yes.
As first people. I think that's, for the moment, should be enough. So I'll hang back with Sagag.
Okay.
Right.
Pardon. And so, you get around, look in there, and there's some water on the floor. And
that's suspicious.
Actually, in this set, yes, it is.
Because it's salt water.
What does it look like? Like, is there water dripping from the ceiling?
No water dripping from the ceiling, just this trail coming from, looks like another room. Something has left a trail of water coming into this room.
So, which end do we head toward? Where it goes or where it's from?
Well, you don't see a trail leading out of this room.
Just into the room.
Just into the room, and then a couple of tentacles peek up from behind one of those bunks.
Oh, good.
Okay, kids, roll for initiative.
Oh dear.
Awesome.
It's that time.
Oh, did you say tentacles?
Well, tentacles, but they're tipped with this sort of claw-like thing.
Right.
Well, it's a single thing that looks like a pokey thing, almost like a crab leg, only more hostile.
Oh. Well.
No, I said tentacles. This goes at 10.
Oh, so it's a Greek monster. Which is why we're being attacked by tentacles.
12.
Okay, Saphir goes at 12. Put them there. Let's see who else we have.
I'm hanging back, and I have the highest.
Warren goes at, let's see, Warren goes at 14. Argyle's at 15. Let's see who else. We're missing else. Ooh. And let's see. Argyle, Saphir. Emmy, what did you roll?
11.
Okay.
Oh, it's sneaking in at the bottom of her last comment there.
Yeah. After the I follow the pretty.
Oh, there it is, yeah. Okay.
I feel that the 15 is wasted on me because I said I hang back.
You can hold an action.
But yeah, I'm going to hold the action.
Mm-hmm. So, let's see. Not to boast or anything, but actually, no, he'd be there at 21.
What?
Elspeth Walter comes moving into the doorway and sees the thing. He readies his harpoon.
Oh.
Oh, I've seen these things before. Yeah, they work with Gillaguis.
Oh, good.
Okay, so
we've got to destroy them. And at 19, Ms. Celebre, try not to make too big a mess on the floors. Just back out here. So self-preservation instinct kicking in there, which I suppose is appropriate.
Mm-hmm.
That fucking woman.
Well, she knows she's useless in this kind of fight, I guess, which is good. It's healthy.
She's really good at bullying people.
But she doesn't know. That's a point that speaks for her innocence. She doesn't know that those guys just dissipate when they die, and there's nothing to clean up afterwards.
Yeah, these do not look like that sort of thing. These look solid.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And so you're facing off against two of them. One is in fairly immediate melee range, if you so desire, and the other one is following it up by about 30 feet. Boy, could you get your testicles out of chat, please?
Wait, what? God damn it.
And they have 2 tentacles each. They're only about 3 feet tall, so you don't have far to look above them. My players, ladies and gentlemen. Hang on. My players, ladies and gentlemen. Just had to get that out of the way. Yeah. So you've seen you've seen this. So you've seen the room set up. There are 2 of these things. Each of them have 2 tentacles with these stinger-like tips on them. not really barbed as such, but they look like they could give you a nasty pokey injury.
Right.
But Argyle is going next.
Yeah. I'm as I said, I don't see much because I'm all in the way in the back. So I'm.
If you want to move up, you can do so. The doorway is technically 10 feet wide.
Oh, 10 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's quite a bit. Yeah. Then I'm moving up to take a good look at them and zap them. I do have no, I don't have the freezing thingy. That's unfortunate. In that case, I'm just going to firebolt them without further ado, and that means that the violence is on me because I started it.
I gotta take Crow to work. Andreas, could you handle Saphir?
Okay.
Awesome. I'm sending you a link to my character sheet now.
All right.
One thing I'm looking up before we get too far into this, because it's going to become, there we go. See that. Okay, just making sure. Pardon. And so we get into this. Oh, okay, Argyle, you're fire bolting. So
yes.
You need to roll to hit.
I need to roll to hit, and I roll 18.
That hits.
Good. And I am... Oh, but I'm only doing 1 damage.
Ooh. Yeah, that appears not to have done much to it.
Mm-hmm. It fizzles out.
Yeah, the thing is wet. Yeah, it continues to... water seems to sort of exude from it. And let me also point out, this thing is a sort of... well, if you cut up a bunch of fish and aquatic creatures and just sort of stuck them back together, with no sense of symmetry or structure beyond getting the thing to move.
That's kind of creepy and weird and gross.
Yes, it is. So you have the eyes placed on apparently random points on these things. Yeah. There's a bit of shell, there's a bit of carapace, there's half a beak. You're not even sure if that's functional. I don't know about useless, but it may be diminished in utility. So choose your attacks wisely. And Argyle has tried to flame it. So we come to Saphir next.
Saphir, okay. So one of them is pretty close, right?
One of them is pretty close, and one of them is, well, a full move away at least.
Okay, so let's see if I can see the weapons here.
Let's see. I have her sheet as well. And I can tell you. Let's see. Halberd, short sword, and hand axe. Halberd does the best damage, and it's actually, I believe, +7, not +5.
Yeah, Halberd sounds pretty good.
I think there's something
because of the dueling fighting style. Yeah, that would do it.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's to damage.
That's to
That's not to
damage.
the
Now, I
attack
thought
roll.
there was something changes to hit. I could be wrong about
Sacred
that.
Weapon does that. If you use your channel divinity, that adds your charisma mod to attack rolls.
Mm-hmm. That may be something to consider later.
I don't see anything else though.
Right. So, yeah, halberd is the best weapon. Does what it shows on the sheet. I believe it's +5 to attack, 1d10 +5 damage if you hit.
Okay.
The trick is hitting.
Okay, the trick is hitting. Good. I'm
No.
moving right up to it, and so I rolled at 12, and
+5 will bring you to 17.
5, yeah, gets me to 17. Yes.
17 does manage to squish into one of its squishy bits. So roll some damage for me, please.
I roll damage. That was 1d10 plus
1d10 +5.
+5. Okay, that's 6 + 5, and that is 13. Right? No, 11. Right? 6 + 5, 11.
6 + 5 is 11. Yeah.
11.
Okay. Saphir takes a mean-looking slash at it with the halberd, rears back, swings it around, and you're not quite sure it had the full. That shot had the full effect on it either.
What?
Hmm.
Pretty solid hit.
That was a pretty solid hit, but it's got pretty solid armor too.
Whoa. Okay. Solid armor and 2 of those.
Well, one right now. The other one is approaching.
Mm-hmm.
We come to well, no, Warren was at 14, and I let. Okay, yeah. Okay, manual sorting completed. Koi. I skipped Warren's action. Take it now, please. Two-handed weapon, 23 to hit, 12 damage. Well, you did all the work for me. Thanks. Which weapon was that? Longsword. Slashing damage, I believe. You hit it again. You hit it again, at least as solidly as Saphir did. But yeah, there are enough hard bits on the armor that you're having just a little trouble getting into cut at the soft, meaty bits. You're getting some cutting done, not as much as you'd like. And being that you're swinging at it to kill, you're probably trying to do all the damage.
Do all the damage.
Do all the damage. Damage all the things. Saria.
Yes.
At 11, it's your go.
It is.
You've seen this thing sort of shrug off fire and two fairly murderous swings at it.
Yes.
Electricity.
If she can do electricity.
I don't have anything that will do electricity, I don't think. Oh, wait.
Don't forget to consider spell effects.
I don't think this is electricity, though. No, that's not. Yeah, I don't have anything that has electricity.
Oh, well. There are other things you could try.
Yeah.
Tickle damage.
Are you sure you want me to run a game where tickle damage is a thing?
That would be hilarious. Okay, so I'm gonna use my staff. And
Want to shillelagh that thing up?
I am shillelaghing it up. So,
And that staff, I believe, is +1 to hit, +1 damage.
is it? He says yes.
I remember the +1 to hit at least.
Let me check.
Give him thread over to the community.
I had it down as +2, +2, but
+2, +2.
yeah.
Let's see, it would be under things.
Maybe I'm wrong. I had looked it up, but
Okay, yeah, it's under things. The staff of the Hierophant, +1 quarterstaff, with 2
Okay.
tiny white flowers growing out the very tip of one end.
Each flower is +1 damage.
No,
That's my historian sticking to it.
not yet.
okay. So what? That means +1 to attack
+1 to hit.
into the damage. Okay. So
But you also get some bonus from Shillelagh, and I think that'll stack.
yeah. Because that lets me use my spellcasting ability. Ha ha ha. 16? Yeah. So that's a which spell page? Which is that's 6. That's
24 to hit.
yeah.
That is a solid kerpang upon the whatever this thing is.
Kapang, or would it be a glish?
A kaspotch.
All right, now for
Yeah, who's had that kind of soup before?
oh, really, Cat?
She didn't steal your die, did she?
Well, kind of. Yeah, that's only 3 damage, though. What?
+1.
I know. That's 3 damage.
Oh.
Yeah, I rolled a 2.
Ooch, still.
Maybe that's why she.
You are starting to tear this thing up maybe just a little bit. Yeah, you may have a fight. You may still have a fight ahead of you, though. So, Tess at 10.
All right, I'm going to see if perhaps I can bring it closer to the final end for it. I'm going to attack with that wonderful +1 battle axe that Warren gave back to me. Slicey. Oh. I bet a 9 isn't going to hit.
Yeah, a 9. Yeah, that's kind of a whiff.
I feel so bad now.
Yeah, it sort of dodged to one side, and you just clip a bit of horn that don't even manage to break the horn. You just sort of your axe just rattles valiantly off of it.
That was a warm up. That was a warm up. I'm ready now.
That's good, because let's see. We've had several people attacking this thing now. We've had Warren, Saphir, Saria, and Tess getting up in this thing's business.
Then it's Craw.
No, just its business.
Oh.
And so, oh, this could be ugly.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Okay. Actually, Let's do it that way. Oh, yeah, that should make things interesting. Yeah, okay. It lashes out with its 2 tentacles. Let me bring up its stat page. Saria, will a 14 hit?
What's my, let me see.
What is your armor class?
Yes, it will.
Ooh. Okay. Ooh.
Everything is fine.
Okay. That is 14 points of damage right there.
Oh.
So, yeah, one of these tentacles sort of shoots up, gishes into Saria. That's not the worst of it. Well, okay. It's pretty bad, but there is one other twist of the knife, shall we say. I also need you to make a con save.
Mm-hmm.
Me?
Yes.
Oh, jeez. What the fuck? That's a 6.
Oh, okay. Here's the problem. It stabbed into you and pulled out with fairly remarkable speed, and you feel something coursing through you now.
Wow.
Yeah,
like poison.
yeah.
Or
That is the condition inflicted. Yeah,
Awesome.
not
that is
like
the
a parasite.
that is the condition, not actually extra damage. What this means is she has disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks until that's cleared.
Great.
Mm-hmm.
Crud.
Oh, this will just kind of keep getting better and better because now. Coy.
Warren, you're such a hero.
Now, will an 11 hit Tess?
No.
Okay. That's probably a good thing because, yeah, another tentacle tried to shoot past you and wrap around, but you managed to get out of the way of it.
I'm too awesome.
Or dodgy. Take your pick.
I'm too awesome. Because I have my constitution and my AC. Just
That
bounces
works.
off my triceps.
Okay, so that was that thing. Thagak, you're sort of bringing up the rear, and it looks like Ms. Calibre is having a fit of self-preservation. She might not need much protecting from you unless you choose to.
Why would she need to be protected from me? Oh, okay. Let me see. I guess what I'm going to do.
Mm-hmm.
Well, who is in the most danger right now?
Well, Saria's actually taken damage.
Okay, I'm going to jump up behind Saria and do a healing word.
Okay. Oh, by the way, that other one moved closer. Now you have 4 tentacles up in your face.
That's okay. Just a second. Let me see.
Healing word, I think, does 1d8.
1d4 plus 2.
1d4 plus 2.
Could you roll it, please?
Oh, can I roll it? Sure. Saria gets 4 points back.
Yay.
Still poisoned, though.
Yeah.
You'll have to see to that a little later.
Only a little.
Yeah, a little later. Let's see. And let's see. We go to the top of the order again, and Elspeth is there and is going to try to harpoon one of these things. The one that not everybody is trying to jab into yet. No. Yeah, his harpoon just sort of skitters harmlessly off the ground next to it. He missed that badly, or it's that dodgy. Even though this appears to be made of water creatures and it's on land, still seems pretty capable of moving around. Vanya Calabre knows when she is not needed in a scene. Yes, even she does. Argyle at 15.
Okay. Let's try. Oh no, that won't. Levitating those guys won't stop them using their tentacles, I think.
Probably not.
However, it will stop the one who is farther away from getting closer.
Actually, yeah, it moved up when it had the opportunity.
Oh, so it's already here.
It's already here, and Elspeth already tried to stab it with the harpoon. That didn't work.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to try and poison spray it.
That could work, maybe. Let's see.
So, poison spray doesn't even need a hit.
It's basically an area effect, and it needs to save versus the effectiveness of the spell.
Con save, right.
Con save.
Mm-hmm.
No. Yeah, I believe a 21 will make that save, though.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So it just holds its breath.
Actually, no, that's a 23.
20.
Maybe it washed off. Maybe it held its breath. Maybe it's not even breathing. I'm not sure.
Mm-hmm. Okay. But either way, Argyle was ineffectual.
At this particular, actually, that's not half damage for a save, is it? Or
I think it's no damage, but for a quick look, poison spray 5e. I think
poison
it's
spray. No, I'm not seeing where.
No damage.
No, I'm not seeing. Yeah, it looks like no damage.
yeah, no damage.
But good news, when you get up to 5th level, you get 2d12 on that.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Pity you're not there yet. Let's see. Warren at 14. Okay. Warren, Dragonborn Ranger, takes another murderous swing right at center mass on one of these things. Still blocked by bits of shell and hard nuggets of fishiness here and there, but does manage to cut it open a little bit more. You are doing damage to it, albeit slowly. Saphir.
Saphir.
Currently in the control of Andreas.
Mm-hmm. So it has those two barbed tentacles.
It has those two. Well, they're not barbed. There's nothing that makes them especially damaging when pulling back out. But they are convenient stabby things.
Stabby tentacles. I'm going to try and slice one of those off. Or both. But first, let's take it one after another.
Okay.
So that would be a specifically targeted attack on one of those.
What looks like an apparent weak spot in the creature's design. Mm-hmm.
Yes, I'd like to relieve it of one of its.
Well, you can try.
I'm going to try.
You're gonna have to get up next to it to do that, though, right?
Yes, but I'm already pretty close to it.
Oh, Shu almost made it. Give it a try, Andreas.
I'm giving it a try. So, that's an 18.
18 will hit. Do
Yay.
some damage.
I'm doing
what are you hitting with? Sword, dagger,
Oh,
or
it's a halberd again.
halberd? Okay.
Halberd, yes. Trying. I think that's the most slicey thing. The hand axe would be good as well, but halberd is a pretty slicey and dicey thing to slice and dice.
Yeah, we're on Saphir's turn now. Yeah, he's trying to halberd it up.
Go ahead.
Yeah, and I have a little bum that's...
you already had the 18 to hit. So
yes.
What was the damage on that?
I'm trying to damage the thing, and I rolled an 8, and that would bring me to plus
13.
13, yes. 13 damage on the...
I can handle some of this math.
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay, so you take a slash at the tentacle for 13 points.
That should be enough, I guess. If that's not enough, then...
Yeah, the tentacle recoils. You've definitely bloodied it, but it is still attached and still moving around under its own power. Or still moving around under the thing's power.
That's a tough tentacle.
That is a tough tentacle. We come to Saria, who is in somewhat dire straits, because she is at disadvantage if she chooses to attack.
Right.
Actually, there's another thought. Just to check.
Awesome. I don't know.
Amy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you have a fish to stone spell?
Do I have what?
Fish to stone?
Fish to stone.
No, I do not.
That'd be very handy.
I think that I will.
Oh. Okay, that's good to know. Do you have a player's handbook handy, Emmy?
Not at the moment.
Okay. Well, let me point out Lesser Restoration. Second level spell will remove a status effect. Like poison.
I have that one.
So does she.
Really?
Right.
That's right.
Wish I'd thought of that earlier. Yes.
Aha.
We're all a little new at this, so
I think I will take a step back and I will use that then.
Funny thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Emmy takes a few moments, backs up, or rather, Saria takes a few moments, breaks out of the.
Dance line.
Yeah, are you going to. Actually, you're going to back right up, or are you going to take an action first to disengage?
Oh. I guess I'll take an action to disengage then.
Okay, and next round you'll do with the restoration.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, just had to bring that up.
Yeah.
Well, I provided the means for you to escape, but I didn't make it easy, so I'm doing my job. So, yay?
Yep.
Okay, and we come to Tess.
All right.
That thing tried to grab you.
Shit's about to get real.
Okay.
Um,
Come to think of it, you have javelins, don't you?
I have javelins.
Mm-hmm. Because
However,
you've seen people slashing at this thing to fairly limited effect.
Yeah, but what if I slash harder?
Maybe it'll work.
I'm gonna.
Show me your slash.
I'm gonna. You know, I am gonna rage. I don't feel like I'm threatened at this point, but I think I am going to rage, and I am going to attack recklessly. So
that means it's going to get advantage on a strike against you, though, won't it?
If it chooses to.
If it chooses to, yeah.
Yeah. But I feel like the bonus damage and the resistance are going to be worth it.
Let's give it a whirl and see what happens.
Would you be... Wow. Okay.
Advantage to hit. What you get.
I rolled 2 7s, so does a 12 hit?
Let me think for a moment. No.
All right then.
Yeah.
I was getting spoiled on those puddings, I guess. Okay. These dice have not been very nice to me in the last 24 hours. I rolled out of 4 sets of dice, or 4 rolls. I got 3 natural ones and lost a hand.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was pretty intense.
I don't think I'm ready to take this game there yet, but I should prepare. Yeah. Anyway. Right. So, yeah, Tess winds up, gets angry, and manages to do nothing to it.
I'm getting madder now.
Yeah. You're gonna have they're gonna give you a reason to get mad. Let's see. Saria is disengaged, so she's no longer really a target, leaving 3 viable targets nearby. Yeah, that's going to be Tess, who is going to get maybe stabby. Let's find out.
Maybe.
Oh! Actually, that's an advantage on that, and there's always the chance.
You could roll better.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Nope. 23 will do well enough.
Oh, yeah. My armor class is not quite that high.
Mm-hmm. Doing, that would be 10 points of damage.
Pre-rage?
Yeah, pre-rage.
Okay.
5 after, but I think you're still going to need to make that con save for me, please.
Well, con saves are my favorite saves.
It's good to have a favorite in this case.
Yeah.
That's good that con is your favorite in this case. What'd you get?
It's too bad I don't get a bonus to that for raging. I feel like I really should. 25.
Okay.
Wow.
You feel something. You feel something sort of coursing through it, but you decide you're not going to be slowed down by it now.
Too mad. Too mad.
Wow.
Yeah, this thing is getting on your nerves. Let's see. We should also consider. Oh. Yeah, the second strike is going to be a Tess as well. Because this one seems worthy, and well, let's see. That is a 22 to hit.
That will also hit.
That's only 7 points.
Okie doke.
But I'm going to need another one of them saves.
Okay. See, I feel like now
That is okay. That is
probably-
7 points before rage. I believe 3 after.
Indeed.
Mm-hmm.
So now is when I'm going to roll the natural one on the con save. It'll happen. Just you watch.
Suddenly, she coughs up a lung.
Well, it's not too bad. 15.
15.
Yeah.
Let me see. 15 to save that poison. Yeah, that was maybe a weak dose. You chew it back right immediately.
Nom nom nom.
Yeah. Now the other one. Let's see. We have an Elspeth. We have an Argyle. And we have 2 tentacles. No waiting. Oh.
Tentacles and waiting.
Yeah. I'm just going to go ahead and make both of those rolls. And one of them, well, actually, both of them are going to hit Father Walter.
No.
Whoa.
One does. One pokes into him pretty sharply. Let's see. There he is.
No, Walter. Walter. Warren.
And he has to make 2 saves on his con, and yeah, that one misses. So yeah, Elspeth Walter has taken a couple of shots to the gut from those horn-tipped tentacles and gotten himself all jacked up.
More tactical than attacking?
Hmm?
Andreas thinks we should be more tactical. I'm like, more tactical than attacking with our best weapons? What?
I think so.
Get to play chess with it?
Now she's
Come on,
probably he's probably thinking of Jilly's Frostbolt.
I'm also thinking of that we should take them one by one and not both at once.
You are sort of facing off against both of them at the same time. And they're kind of dangerous that way.
I think that's a mistake.
Maybe. We start at the top of the... Nope. Bagak. Bottom of the order. Can't forget him.
Oh, yes. I was forgetting I'm in this combat. Oh, yes.
Right. Now,
Okay,
you're hanging back with Sarya at the moment. You could join the battle.
Yes, okay. Is Saria still poisoned? Has someone taken care of that, or?
Yeah, Sarya took care of the poison, I
She
think.
is...
Or no, she is about to.
Okay, and
She's
that
not suffering extra damage. She just has a certain fuzziness of action, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
in that case, I'm just going to, okay, you know what? It's always done pretty good for me, so yeah. I'm just going to give this Greek monster, good old Tentacles, I'm just going to give Tentacles a vicious mockery. It always seems to work for me. It's done right by me in the past, so once again, wisdom save. So either it's
Wisdom
immune
save.
or it gets a wisdom save, whatever. 1d4 damage. If it doesn't save 1d4 damage and has disadvantage on its next attack.
What is its save number?
Wisdom.
That's based on... Okay, no, that's what it's saving on. You have the number
my
it has
spell
to
save
roll.
DC is 12.
Yeah, it... well, either it didn't understand what you were saying or it was mature enough to not take it
I
personally.
suppose I've got to give you some idea of what I say. So I'll say, let's see. Your mother was a scallop and your father smelt of lemon butter.
That's making me hungry.
Yeah, I'm feeling a little bit of that too. The hunger, that is, not the viciousness of the barb.
Actually, you know what? Actually, I'll then take a momentary pause after saying then I'll say, now I'm hungry. Actually, being from the desert, I don't have much seafood.
Well, if Walter survives, he knows a few places out by the coast. Suffice it to say, though, it did not take the comments personally enough. Now, Elspeth is going to swing on, pardon me, poke at these things. Poke at the one again, ineffectually. Yeah, he's not making any headway against this thing. Again, he makes a sort of clumsy attack at the thing, the poison throwing off his aim.
He's now on disadvantage.
Right, and he's taken a bit of damage. We're not even going to worry about her. Argyle.
I'd like to propose a retreat. And I think I'm going to evacuate the guy.
Isn't that a bit sudden? I mean, no.
The guy who just the guy with the
you're going to take the action to get Walter out of there.
Yes, I think he's not so. He took damage. He's wobbly.
He did.
I don't think he's going to make it if we just leave him here. I also think I didn't do any damage at all, so I'm not much of a loss in the fighting team. So I'm going to take the guy and whiz him out of the immediate combat area with my broom. Sharasuti.
Okay, so sort of throwing Walter over your broom and riding off with him.
Exactly, out of the door and away from the combat.
Okay, into the other room would probably work well enough.
Yes. Because I think
because you have
the next slashes from these tentacles, I think he's going to go down. He looks like it. Doesn't he?
He's not looking happy. That may also be because you're dragging him away from the combat, but
I think we need to separate those guys and take them on one after another.
Okay, are you doing anything else from the other room beside shouting words of discouragement? What would you call them?
Do I have time for...
Certain spells only take the bonus action or free action to cast.
So
one of these days I will get those spell cards, but not today.
Yeah, I'm on flying away. I'm going to zap one more firebolt at the guy that's standing close to Saphir. So
I mean, I've got 30 hit points. I can take it.
Yeah, not on Saphir, but on the tentacle monster close to Saphir.
Okay, that would be that's actually an attack action, though, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so you can't whisk him away and do that.
Okay.
The action economy strikes again. Sorry.
Yeah.
Maybe next round, though.
Maybe next round, yes.
Right. Meanwhile, we come to Warren's action. And there that is, with the longsword. 15 to hit. I think that is your lowest number yet. Still, it connects. You swing down on it again. It seems to be a little more wary of your approach, but you do manage to sink into it, although not terribly far because of the roughness of its surface, shall we say. Oh, this thing is definitely looking messed up now, but it's still moving. And so we come to Saphir.
Okay. I'm not quite sure of the situation, but I'm going to try to...
Okay, the situation is we have on one of these creatures, which I have a name for, but I'm not telling you yet, we have Saphir, Warren, and Tess swinging hard on this one. The other one is now unopposed because Argyle has taken Elspeth back to safety on his magical broom.
So Warren's out.
No, let's see. Warren, Saphir, and Tess are on one of these things.
Sorry,
and
I mean priest guy.
Yeah, Elspeth is has been moved out of the Walter has been moved out of the combat, at least temporarily, by Argyle.
Is he hurt?
He has been injured.
Okay.
Injured and poisoned.
That's the other thing.
Yeah, that's just as well. He has disadvantage anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So there are 3 of us on one, and Walter.
None on the other yet.
But Walter has dipped, and Argyle is also out. So, yeah, action economy. Shit. I should take the other one, but I think we're probably best served by me helping just fuck up this one faster. Do I have anything ranged that I can use on a bonus action? I don't think I do.
Let's have a look.
I don't think I do, though. Well, is this stuff unholy?
It is.
It is sacred. It does belong to a god, but is it unholy?
Quasi-holy.
Because I want to know if I can turn the unholy fiends and undead.
Depends on how many times it's been stabbed.
I don't think it's either fiend or undead, is it?
It is neither of those.
Neither. Okay.
I think it's a mollusk.
Is there anyone here who's like super injured, like terribly so?
Well, let's see. Walter's taken a few hits.
Okay, but Walter's out. I can help him afterwards.
Okay. Well, Walter is also not. Saria is still hurt.
Badly
Walter,
hurt?
She's been healed up a little bit by Thagak, but still more. I think more hurting than not.
Oh, as an action. All right. My next action, I'll heal Saria, but I feel like people are gonna keep getting more hurt if I don't take out this one. So, motherfucking channel divinity, sacred weapon.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. It's not great, but with a +6, so that's 17 hit.
17 hits.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I'm level 5. Why do I only have 1 channel divinity?
Because you're level 4.
Yeah, we're still level 4.
Okay.
Sorry.
So
we'll fix that soon, I think.
So my weapon is considered magical now.
Mm-hmm.
17, like 18, 19, 20, actually. And
so increased crit range.
Okay. And it's emitting light. And do I add an attack when I'm using my sacred weapon?
You get your charisma modifier to attack rolls with that weapon.
Sweet. Right, my charisma modifier to attack rolls.
Right.
Okay, yeah, I added that. Okay.
You can also spend spell slots to deal radiant damage with the weapon, it appears. Yeah, with Divine Smite.
I'll do that when I start attacking the other creature, but yeah.
Okay.
So D10 plus 4. I'm not... No, so 9? 10,
Okay.
11, 12, 13.
Well, hang on. Let's split this up a bit. You have, you're dealing... Well, let's see. You rolled a 9. You got the, added the damage. That's 13 damage from just the halberd.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm not level 5 yet, so I can't make a second attack yet. Damn it.
Right. Yeah, this thing is looking rough, but you said you were also doing Okay, no, you made it a magical weapon and increased its damage. That's probably enough for now, and that lasts for a minute, I believe.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got you Saria next turn. So.
Right. Yeah. This thing is okay. Despite you attacking it repeatedly with the slashy things, this one thing is looking seriously busted up. It probably doesn't have much longer.
Can I go ahead and add my Divine Smite, or is it too late?
I'm going to say it's too late this round.
All right. Can I make an unarmed strike? No. I channel Divinity.
Yeah.
Okay. I was going to try to make an unarmed strike. Do a little extra damage. But. Alright.
Okay, so let's see. That was Saphir. Saria, you are feeling better. You're also at range now, I believe. No, you're...
No, I'm not feeling better.
Okay.
Use Lesser Restoration. That's my action this time.
Okay. So you are feeling better.
Now I am.
You feel the poison exit somewhere.
Somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh, good call.
No,
Yeah.
please.
So that was the action. Anything else you're doing?
I don't know. I don't know that there's much else I can do this turn.
Oh.
Maybe you can help Walter if you have that.
Well, she does have cure wounds at first level.
I do, yes. I can try to use that on him, yeah.
Let's see, that does 1d8.
Yep. Good D8. Be nice this time.
1d8 plus your spellcasting ability modifier. I think that'd be your wisdom.
Yep. That's 8.
That's not bad.
Yep.
He's looking slightly less pained, but that has cleared his has gotten rid of a good bit of damage on him. He's still looking a little woozy, because I believe Cure Wounds does not cure status effects.
No, it does not.
Right. So Saria's got that taken care of. Tess, raging against the scallop.
Yes, I want to destroy this thing, so I am going to attack without recklessness.
Without recklessness this time.
Without being wrecked. I'm attacking as hard as I possibly can recklessly. Oh, hey, there we go. There's that 20.
Nat
right.
20?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, happy day.
There is no other kind.
And what are you attacking with?
The +1 battle axe.
The battle axe, okay.
Nice.
So, it's going to be good. That's not the best roll I've ever done. 11 damage with the +1 battle axe.
11 damage with the +1 battle axe on a fairly wounded...
Fish monster.
Fish, let's call it fish monster, yeah. I actually have, yeah. It is hanging on by an almost literal thread. That may be a muscle that may be a single muscle fiber, but it is still capable of attacking.
Curses.
Who lives in a city far under the sea? Squid Bob Thulu Pants. And Squamos and something or other is he, etc., etc.
Let's see, who do we have attacking it now? Because, let's see. That'd be Warren, Saphir, and Tess still. Several others have backed off and are letting the professionals take care of this. So let's see. That's going to be one on him, one on her. Okay, I see how this is going to break down now. Yeah, the fish things. The devil scallops reposition themselves a little bit. One of them stabs at pardon me. One of them stabs at Tess and Saphir. Tess, it doesn't do very well at all with. Saphir, that is a 21 to hit, I believe.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Doing 13 points of damage.
All right.
Ooh.
And I need a con save.
Shit.
Well, here we go.
That's not really my forte. 15?
15 does save.
Yay.
You get to feel that same thing that Tess has fought off a few times.
So, like a poison is trying to catch hold.
Yes, it's trying to, but it failed. That shot at Tess was just pathetic, so I'm not going to go any further into that. Then the other one has moved around, and it's going to take one stab at Warren, and that's a whiff. And at Tess again, and that is a bigger whiff.
They have it on.
I think you're getting kind of adept at dodging these things now, maybe.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I probably want to let one hit me just so I can...
Or they just suck at hitting.
Maybe I want to get hit by them more so I can get more practice resisting the poison.
I don't know if that's how that works.
I don't think that would work. Thagak, you're on the back line. Doing anything?
Well, I'm not sure what all I can do from the back line, except what the hell am I thinking? I'm a bard, ain't I? It's time to pass on an inspiration, a bardic inspiration to. Let's see. Well, heck, I guess Tess. We desert folk have to stick together.
Mm-hmm.
Which basically gives you a D6 you can add to an action roll of the right type. I don't have the book handy, otherwise I'd look up what you could use it on, but I think saving throws, attack rolls, and I think that's it.
Let's look up that our bardic inspiration.
Yes.
Bardic inspiration. Once within the next 10 minutes, you can roll the die and add the number rolled to one ability check, attack roll, or saving throw.
Right.
And you can wait until after you roll the d20 before deciding to use it.
Right.
Okay, cool.
So Tess has a d6 to spend on improving one roll.
Yep.
We come to the top of the order. Elspeth is still out, looking not as bad, but yeah, he is resisting using any sort of restoration on himself in case someone else needs it more. But he's not just going to stand by and do nothing. So let's see.
Can we just call him Walter?
Okay, Walter. It's his last name. Not as friendly.
It's fine.
Let's see, that might be a useful thing. That's touching one willing creature, though, so that wouldn't be able to work. So he is going to cure his own poison so that he can get back in there and help the rest of them on the next action.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. He might also be doing something else once he gets up there. Meanwhile, Argyle. And let me read up on that other thing he was probably going to do.
Okay. If I remember correctly, we have two entrances to that place where they are in. Those.
Yeah. Okay. There are three doorways out of the room you're currently in. Two of those doorways are shared with the room that they are in, and there are more doorways out of that room.
Mm-hmm.
One action.
Well, I'm going to zip on the broom to that far entrance.
What kind of movement do you have with that broom? This becomes relevant now. And
This
why I wish
becomes
we were
relevant.
working, and why I wish we were working on a proper map.
Well, I think we didn't really say. I always imagine it to be quite fast.
Let me look up that broom of flying.
Mm-hmm.
Broom of flying. Flying speed of 50 feet.
Okay.
So let's see.
Not a Nimbus 3000 or
Okay,
6000.
so from where I assume you are, you have just enough movement you can get into the far side of the other room.
Okay, that's where I want to go.
Mm-hmm.
And stop right in the doorway, use it as cover, and stab one of them in the back. One of the tentacle fiends. From the cover of the doorway.
From the cover of the doorway. Now, let's see. Firebolt. I want to check the range on that just to be...
120 feet.
Oh, that'll do then, yeah. Light it up.
I light it up. So that's 13 and 5 is 18.
18 will hit. Roll some damage for me.
I roll damage. No, and the damage is 1 again.
Okay. You have one out there that is seriously damaged and one that is completely fresh. Which one are you going to shoot at? Actually, before we do...
Well, I was going to shoot the guy with the back to me, so the one that that was Walter's enemy, I think.
Okay, thinking about the way I'd set up the scene, they would have been fighting. They would have been fighting the one they were facing when they came into the room, which would be the one that would have its back to you. You do 1 point of damage to it.
Yes. And that's probably soaked up by its armor.
Yeah, it is. Sorry.
So yeah, but at least I have the cover of the doorway, and can go on the next.
What this also means is you have flank on it.
Oh, good.
I think that means you get advantage on future attacks.
Okay.
Right. That was Argyle's action. Next we come to Warren. Okay, on the same one, 16 to hit does hit. 8 damage. Okay, all along here, I've been describing how this thing has a sort of a rough, almost pebbly exterior that defies attempts to slash through it. Warren's longsword finally parts the parts that have been blocking it, and finally gets all the way down to the floor through it.
Yay!
So one of them is done. That is the one that you were able to shoot from your position, Argyle. So you're going to have to move around a little more next turn. But one of them is down, and we come to Saphir's turn. You now have a fresh opponent.
Yeah. It's time for
And you still have an effect up on your weapon.
Huh?
And I believe you still have the effect up on your weapon. The sacred weapon. Yeah, the sacred weapon is still active, isn't it?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
What did I say I was just going to do? I said I was going to do Divine Smite, right?
Oh yeah, okay.
Okay.
Divine Smite. Can use an action to sense. No, that's divine. Okay,
All
there we
right.
go.
I lost my roll. Does 16 hit?
16 will hit.
Yes. Okay.
Now this means you're going to do the halberd's damage,
Yeah.
which is slashing damage.
Right. Is slashing damage not good? Have we found that that's no good? Wait, that's a D8.
Well, I have been narrating fairly consistently that this thing's pebbly surface is kind of resistant to just being cut into in that way. However,
But
radiant damage is another matter.
Right. If it's a magical weapon, though, doesn't that overcome most resistances?
Now you have me
Plus, it's
wondering.
a
That was my
magical weapon at the
understanding.
moment. I mean, I have a piercing weapon I can use.
Well, okay, let's roll the damage for the halberd and get the radiant damage done, because that is probably going to be.
All right. 7, 8, 9, 10 plus. I'm sorry, I'm not seeing it.
Okay, so 10 for the halberd, plus you're using divine smite.
Right,
which-
right. I'm just looking for it on my character sheet. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I'm not seeing divine smite. Why am I not?
When you hit with a melee weapon attack, you can spend a spell slot to deal radiant damage. 2d8 for a first level spot.
Here we are. Okay. 2d8 extra radiant damage for 1d8. I'm just gonna go for 3d8 and try to like.
Spending a second level slot and doing. Okay, that was 10 points for the halberd, and roll the damage for that divine smite.
It's 3d8, right? Okay.
Yep.
Sorry, I'm so brain dead today, you guys. I was up all night talking with a friend. Okay. All right. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 radiant.
16 radiant damage. Okay. Here's the thing. The halberd itself, once again, pokes into, sort of lands on, sort of skitters around on the pebbly surface of this thing. The fish parts are doing the basic job of reducing slashing damage coming at it. But that radiant damage, that sort of blows half blows it apart.
Really?
Man, if there's one thing that's worse than being blown apart is being half blown apart.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of rather choose to just be dead.
Yeah, okay. It went from, in one shot, it basically went from fresh to what in 4th edition was bloodied.
Sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Which means, and if any of y'all got shit like Toll the Dead, this is the time to use it.
Yeah, I don't think we have that kind of cleric in the party, although,
We have
That's fine.
Yeah, sorry for all the book flipping this trip, but you know what?
That's okay. It's taking me a stupidly long time to like know what to do. So, I can do a divine favor too. Extra 1d4 radiant damage on a hit.
Well, let's see. Well, let's see. We'll worry about what Elspeth does when Elspeth does it, because, he's got another thing to bring to bear here. In the meantime, Saphir has done a fairly massive amount of damage to the other of these things that is menacing you. And we are down to Sarya's action. And you're muted. There we go.
I guess since I'm not poisoned anymore.
You're not poisoned anymore. And what's the duration on Shillelagh?
It's like a minute, isn't it?
Come to think of it, it's a cantrip anyway.
And it's like a bonus action, so. And
Well,
with Shillelagh and Goodberry, you can have a pretty good time as a druid.
well, duration says 1 minute, but it says
It hasn't been enough turns for that to run out yet.
right.
Oh, hi, Koi. We so rarely see you on camera.
At
But
least
it also says the spell ends if you cast it again or if you let go of the weapon. So
You haven't let go of the weapon,
no,
and you haven't recast it.
Nope.
And if you do recast it, you'll probably cast it on the same weapon anyway. So.
that's true.
Mm-hmm.
You want to hold my cards? Well, not really.
Opposable thumbs for the win, baby.
So I guess I'll whack one of these things.
Okay, stepping back into the fray and getting your whack on.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
That is right. What the hell? Well, that's a 9 total.
9 total?
Yeah.
Yeah, you whack the floor next to it.
Well, damn it, I tried.
But you give it a nice solid hit.
I did.
The whacking stick is doing its job. Tess!
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to see if I can outdo Saphir. I don't think I will, but gosh darn it.
It's something to aspire
I
to.
had to blow a 2nd level spell slot on that, so like, don't feel too bad.
Worth it.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, I'll feel
Worth
bad. I had a crit and it wasn't really spectacular, so I'll try again. Angrily.
Think of it like I softened it up for you.
No, I miss.
Oh no.
What'd you get?
For not the even second time in a row, my highest number was a 7
Oh!
on my D20. So
That
modifiers.
that is no bueno. We
No.
stop doing that.
There's been a distinct lack of bueno. I did attack recklessly, however, so you may.
Yeah. So if it attacks you, now
Oh, yeah.
let's see. We have let's see. Around this thing now we have Warren, Saphir, Saria, and Tess.
Yeah.
Where do the tentacles go?
Not Saphir.
Volunteer's tribute.
Okay, we are going to start with Tess.
Okay. Bring it.
Rolling with advantage to hit you.
Yeah.
That is a 22 to hit.
Yeah. If you get above a 17, I'm usually not doing so great.
Right. Doing 7 points of damage.
No,
And give me one of them fancy con saves.
I love those. Except when I roll crap. I got a 9 on that one.
Got a 9?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you bit back 2 of them, and you were feeling confident. You were feeling hot, and maybe that heat is the new batch of poison. Yeah, it doesn't feel so good.
I'm good. I'm fine.
You're poisoned. You're not good or fine.
Whatever. A little poison just keeps things interesting.
Right. And Thagak.
That's disadvantage.
Okay, let's see.
Ooh, I had another roll. And that was going to be at... Let's see, I had a way of figuring this out. Oh, sorry. However, a 10 does not hit.
Well, let's see. I've got 1 inspiration left. I'm kind of sticking close to Madame Calabre because, you know, the idea is to keep her safe.
Yeah, she is content to wait by the door to see what happens. And,
well, something could come through the other door at any moment.
Yeah, well, come to think of it, she had been showing you at some great length how this was a great guerrilla warfare tunnel because there were ways for opposing forces to hide from each other and attack from ambush. Could be nothing in this case.
Okay. Well, a quick glance through that door, and then I'll turn around and lay another inspiration on. Let me see. Who else is in the front lines up against a Squidward thing?
Well, let's see. That would be Tess, Saria, Saphir, and Warren.
Okay, Warren. I'm laying an inspiration on Warren.
Warren gets inspired. That's plus 1d6 to a saving throw, skill check, or attack, I believe.
Yeah, an attribute. Was it an attribute check, an attack roll, or a saving throw? Yes.
Yeah, that might cover what I said.
Within the next 10 minutes.
10 minutes. I think you got time.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so Warren has received the Bard's blessing, and Elspeth, he is going to wade back in, try to find a good position to attack from, or alternatively, he is going to throw a resistance at Saria. Resistance.
What?
Okay. Resistance. You touch one willing creature. Elspeth tags you. Okay, Walter tags you.
Okay.
Once before the spell ends, you can roll a d4 and add that number to one saving throw of your choice.
Okay.
You can roll the die before or after making the saving roll. The spell then ends. So you have a little bit of protection because he can't really get in position to attack this yet. There are 4 people on it.
I guess I should find a D4, shouldn't I?
Or I have one if you want to just tell me to roll it.
Nope, I found it.
Okay, Argyle.
Mm-hmm.
Argyle, the 5th person on this thing.
Yes. Yeah, I'm going to snipe at it.
Mm-hmm. Take another shot with fire.
With advantage, as you said.
If you need to ricochet a shot off my shoulder, you can do that. It's totally cool.
Okay, you're not in a position to flank. You're not in a flanking position now because the one that they're attacking now is sort of they're between you and it.
Okay. That doesn't matter because I don't need it. I already rolled an 18 with my first roll.
Okay.
So I hit.
So you hit. Doing how much fire?
Please make it more than 1.
Please make it more than 1, yes.
It's 5.
Okay, from somewhere behind you, the combatants on the front row, guy on the broom fires at this thing and scorches it just a little bit. It does not smell like cooking fish.
Oh.
Absolutely does not smell like cooking fish.
Okay. I need to become more of a combat mage.
Or diversify. Warren. Okay. So, 17 will hit. 11 damage with the long sword. With the slashing damage. Again, pebbly surface. But you do manage to tear it open just a little more. It is not looking well, but it is still up. That was Warren's. Anything else you're doing? Okay, then. Argyle. No, Warren. No, Saphir.
Saphir, yeah.
Are you sure?
I think so. Yeah, this time.
Is Saria still in the room?
Saria has taken a shot at it with the shillelagh.
Yeah, I'm still here.
So
Walter is feeling better and behind her and tagged up a little bit.
Right. So I'm gonna cast Bless
Mm-hmm.
on.
Bless is an area effect thing, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
Zarya, Walter, and who else is near you guys? I can do up to 3 creatures.
Up to 3 creatures.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. Front line on this thing. You have
Tess.
Warren, Saphir, Saria, and Tess.
Okay, Tess. So Saria, Warren, and Tess. Saria, do you still have at least like 15, 20 hit points?
I believe so.
All right, cool. If you dip like below 15, let me know.
I have 24 at the moment.
Okay.
He's doing well currently.
Yeah.
I want to kill this thing quick, so but I'm definitely using some heals for you. Okay, so I'm casting Bless on Saria, Walter, and Tess, and what that will do is whenever you make an attack roll or a saving throw, you roll an extra d4 and add the number rolled to your attack or saving throw.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That seems like that'd be very useful for me rolling 7.
It is bless is good stuff. And it's
And-
a first level spell. So why not?
Yeah.
And then with my bonus action, can I make another weapon? I can't make a weapon attack. Can I make an unarmed strike with my bonus attack? With my bonus action?
I'm not sure you'd want to make an unarmed strike against this thing, but you know what?
Seems fishy.
Well,
Yeah, the problem is you're using using an attack
I
action.
don't have any cantrips. I do not have any cantrips because paladins don't get cantrips. Boo. Okay, can I lay on hands as a bonus action? I don't think I can.
That I think you might be able to get away with.
No, as a bonus action, I can do Shield of Faith and Divine Favor and Sanctuary. So, all right. I'm gonna word Saria against attack because she's attacking and she's already hurt. So I'm gonna cast Sanctuary on
Saria.
Saria. Yeah. On a failed save, the creature must choose a new target or lose the attack or spell.
Okay,
It
so
doesn't
if it's
protect you against area attacks, but it does mean it has to make a save to attack you. So you can get all up in that space if you want.
okay, and it has to make a Wisdom saving throw before it can attack her.
Yeah, and I'm guessing these creatures don't have great wisdom, which is why I picked that one.
Okay, well, that's entirely possible. Let's find out.
Let's find out.
Okay, yeah, I need a document. There we go. That one.
My action.
Did you actually make an? No, you didn't actually make an attack on it, did you?
I
No,
would have
you-
liked to, but I didn't know.
Okay. So,
Finish it up, Tess.
okay, nope. Saria goes next.
Oh, okay.
Finish it up, Saria.
Finish it up. Sorry.
I'm gonna try to hit this bitch again.
Fuck it up.
Give it a whirl.
Hell yeah.
Try very hard not to miss.
Well, you got a few things to help you here. What'd you get?
Oh, I don't know if you.
20.
Oh, hi!
Oh.
So you're going to double your dice
Fuck yes.
and add the modifiers once.
What does that mean?
Especially
Double
if you have
dice?
anything that does like radiant or necrotic
Oh.
or and
So, 2 of these.
2 of those.
Oh, attack. Yeah, +1. That's okay.
How'd you do?
13.
13.
Ooh.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, everybody's been kind of in and out on this fight. And as I'd been narrating through a good bit of it, yeah, these things have a pebbly surface and some fishy bits that make slashing attacks very difficult. Now, you've had some good effect with slashing attacks, like Warren has demonstrated repeatedly. On this particular occasion, after a few seconds after Saphir managed to open it up with a what turns out to be a somewhat mediocre halberd shot, ultimately, combined with a blast of light and goodness.
That divine smite though.
Yeah. Divine Smite did some messing up to it, too. So it is resistant to fire. It is resistant to slashing. It is not resistant to bludgeoning. And this time, when Saria swings down with the staff, there is a definite scorching sound. And you hear the staff hit the floor.
Oh,
shit!
This thing is gone.
Woo! Way to go, Zarya! Damn.
that is absolutely beautiful. Is the one woman I always forget her name still in
Vanya Celebre.
Yeah, is she still in the room?
She is back in the other room, sort of
Okay.
cowering and maybe considering running. Hard to say.
Okay, I'm gonna wait for my comment then until we go back to her.
Saphira's like so hyped that you fucked that thing up, but good. That he like immediately scoops Zarya into his arms and like throws her up in the air and gives her this big hug, and then is like, "Oh right, ribs can't kill you, sorry." And he's just like, "Whoa!" So loud Saphir is loud, so he's like, "Whoa, you did it!" And it probably is like a bit much.
Zarya has this.
I'm gonna lay on hands as I'm giving her big congrats.
A big squishy laying on hands.
How much are you down? Are you like 20 down, or are you like?
I think she was like 11 down.
You're 11 down? Okay. Well, then I will give you 11, because I have 20 to give.
Well, okay. My recollection was 11. That might not be
10.
right. 10.
10? Okay.
Yeah.
Then you do 10.
Okay.
Walter is down 6. If
In
you
the form
no,
of
pardon me, 8.
boisterous hugs. So probably a little like, ooh, afterwards.
Yeah, like when I'm actually put down, I kind of have this look of like, is this how we celebrate? I'm not used to this, but okay.
High fives also.
It seems surprisingly lacking in drinking.
Right, yeah.
Oh, that's coming. That's coming.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't worry.
Yeah, once the sounds of battle stop, Vanya Celebre does start inching toward the room you're in.
So I turn towards her and kind of like move
And she looks at you worriedly.
worriedly.
She looks at you with a fear that you haven't seen before, because what were those things? Why did you have to beat them down? You can see unanswered questions sort of flashing across her face.
I say, wow.
That doesn't bring me up short at all.
Okay.
So I look at her and kind of take a few steps forward and kind of like holding my staff and kind of lean forward and say, so why is it that you would be giving tours of a place like this when there might be, I don't know, dangerous creatures down here?
Because there weren't dangerous creatures down here.
It's a new development then.
So this is a new development.
This is a new
Yeah.
development.
We showed up here because we were following the trail of some messed up stuff.
It looks like, yeah.
That's
Good
how we
thing-
got here.
good thing
We
we're
didn't
here
come to
then.
hang out with you. No offense.
Well, I understand that, and I'm trying to figure out now why those. What are those things?
I don't know. Tentacle monsters.
I don't know, but clearly they were out for the kill. I just look through the other doors and just make sure nothing's coming up behind us.
Nothing is coming up behind you.
Okay.
I look back at what's left of the things and then look back at her and I go, well, they're mush now, but
Yeah. Oh.
Shrug tentacle monsters.
it seems that you're kind of lucky to have adventurers when you were so, I don't know, disparaging about it before.
Yeah, man, you would have definitely.
I admit I did not really see the point of having adventurers come through here before.
Also, do you know how much money we spend on alcohol? Like a lot. We're wonderful for the economy.
Well,
I didn't know that.
Not to mention healing, weapons, armor, magical healing, magical items. I mean, we spend a lot of gold.
Cephalville has not really been a locus for all of those. I was just hoping to get in some of the tourism, and put it on the map for that reason. There is a good bit of history around this town.
Yes, there
It's
is.
just that I
See that, but there's also something very odd and bad going on here.
right, and
I think we better get to the bottom of that.
yeah, she's sort of slowly tromping along as as she's looking through here. Those are. Oh, I'll clean those myself later, I think.
Can I suggest a weaponsmith in town?
You could.
Okay.
That might not be such a bad idea if this sort of thing becomes a regular. Oh. As she gets over to one of the doorways, and I'm going to share screen on this again. This is where you had been fighting.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and there is another barracks room off to that. And down below that, there is a place where the wall has been broken out of the barracks. I think I see how they got in.
Oh.
I hope we have someone who can patch that later. And that is where I'm going to end today's session.
No. Okay.
Okay.
We are a little over, so this was a good full session, I think.
Yeah, that was really fun. Sad I missed much.
Well, it was mostly introduction to the Cave of Traitors, as it's called, and those things.
Right.
Which Walter will later tell you are called Gillaguis.
Ooh.
Uh-huh.
That's a lot of.
They're nasty little things.
Yeah.
But you've seen that.
Yeah.
And he's looking down that bit of tunnel. They didn't finish this part. Vanya says it was never part of the Cave of Traitors originally. This could be a later addition. And you, I think, know what from reading the journals. You know this leads to Melitok's tomb.
Oh.
What the tentacle creatures were the servants of a different god, right? Not
they were the servants of Gillaguis.
I feel like Gillaguis and Melitok are like getting together.
They're not really.
My character is coming to this wrong conclusion.
You are welcome to do so.
Yes.
And in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and stop broadcast because it's been a full day. See you next